Not everyone can compete for a Pokemon World Championship invite. There's a lot of prizing and other stuff that used to be given out at local leagues, league challenges, and even league cups. In today's world, we have a little bit of a semblance of what we used to have, but maybe we're getting it all back? Something new called Ace Trainer Rewards has appeared on the Pokemon.com website. Now, something was promised to us at the beginning of the season in the name of additional prizing for players who've earned a certain amount of championship points, who've earned a certain amount of play points. But it's March. We got this announcement back in August of 2024, March 2025, and we still don't know what Ace Trainer rewards are or what these new extra rewards are. So today we're going to take a deep dive into the old school look at some of these Play Pokemon rewards that used to be offered, what we currently have, and how we can speculate and see what we might get in a couple of weeks. We'll see this announcement in a week, maybe we'll see it at the end of the season. Who knows? But I'm Rahul Reddy, and I've been playing this game for way too long. And today we're gonna go down this journey of, like a walk down memory lane. Hey guys, this is future Rahul tagging in right now. The Ace Trainer rewards got revealed in the time that it took me to record the other video, so we're gonna edit this in right now. This is the Ace Trainer rewards. It's nothing like anything I mentioned later in the video, so just assume the rest of the video is just for fun and you get a walk down memory lane. But the Ace Trainer rewards are basically just 2025 Championship Series. So up till now, Asia has had these really cool promos called like the Celebratory Fanfare, which is just like a promo at the end of the season to say like, hey, this is like a culmination of your hard work. Like, thank you for playing this season. You didn't qualify for the World Championships, or maybe you did, but you get this really cool like exclusive promo card that's going to go to players. And obviously scalpers are going to come into the community, and there's going to be collectors who want stuff like this. So this gives you an incentive to actually compete at your local league challenges, your local cups, whatever. Because at the end of the year, if you get one of these promos just from playing your cups, like you can get 260 points off locals. 200 points earns you these promos. Like, look at how cool these look. I assume these are going to be holographic in some capacity. So basically, the Play Pokemon Celebratory Fanfare, a TCG promo card that was exclusive to Asia. You also get an exclusive deck box and a card sleeve on live, so that they're pushing the online program. And then on top of that, we'll all get this basically 200 championship points. And then a set number of Unite teams will get them as well. All games get them, TCG, VGC, and Go, which is really cool. Like this quite a bit. This is a little bit not as cool as everything else I would have expected, but a good stopgap, a good exclusive promo. Probably going to be enough collectors where you can make a quick buck off this if you need to, as we've seen with World Championship promos. Unfortunately, LATAM is not eligible for some reason, which I'm actually pretty disappointed in, because the LATAM community and the crowd has been nothing but passionate and crazy across the board, really. So it's really just sad to see this like happening. Hopefully this can get fixed sometime soon. But this is a little tidbit. Go please enjoy the rest of the video, where we're going to talk about a ton of the older play reward programs. And yeah, peace, more or less. And so you guys can see here on the website, something called Ace Trainer Rewards is populated in the About Play Pokemon category. At the beginning of the season, players were told that if you earned a certain amount of championship points, you would earn additional points. So something a little bit more than play points. So I don't know how they're going to actually do this. But in the past, play points used to be the thing that would tell you how much you would get or whatever, like your participation in your local leagues would earn you play points. As you can see here, going to pre-releases, going to cups, going to challenges would earn you these play points, and that would in turn lead to additional prizing as you would get to the end of the season. If you click on the Ace Trainer Awards category, it says 404 page not found. So clearly this got pushed a little bit too early. In today's day and age, the way that Pokemon kind of supplements everyone going to league and having a good time and having this additional prizing is prize packs. Now, prize packs are an excellent resource, and I think it's one of the coolest things they've done in a very long time, because prize packs have highly competitive cards, like you can see here, Pheasantipity, Trapicos, Unfair Stamp, Ogre Mask, and Aerial Zero Underdepths are put into prize pack 6, meaning for the next 3 months or 6 months, it might be even, I don't remember exactly how long it takes. Players are able to get these highly competitive cards with these stamps on them. So just going to league, just playing your local league will give you access to highly competitive cards. Even if you're a brand new player, just going to like your local card store and playing on like a Tuesday if you're a younger kid, or even if you're an adult who doesn't have the most time to spend on the hobby, time and money, you are able to cut out with something on top. Now, the biggest thing about prize packs that I am not a fan of is that stores are using them to supplement their pricing. That is a different issue that needs to be addressed on a different video, maybe a different topic in a different day. But it is just something that irks me the wrong way. Like if people are paying like $30 entry fee for your league cups, walking out with prize packs is not an acceptable solution. This is not something that is you are paying for from the store's perspective. Pokemon is sending these to you to supplement them for free. And I've talked to multiple store owners who have told me this is just something that shows up at their doorstep based on their league reporting. So it's not like you're paying any money out of it. Now, Pokemon's also doing a really cool job with like new promos and stuff to incentivize people going to League. Like for Pokemon Day, I know there was this Sylveon, and the illustration packs were also handed out on Pokemon Day. So this is something cool that I think I'm really glad they're bringing back stuff like this, because this was a hidden, like, it kind of incentivizes people to actually go be a part of their community, which I really enjoy, because that's something that we have been missing out on quite a bit, I feel like the disconnect between top players or competitive players and their communities. Like I'll go to a pre-release once in a while, and it's a completely different audience than the players who are at competitive tournaments. And that being said, let's take a look at what league rewards used to be from 2000 to now. So back in the day, you would have promos in year one. So back in the day, there was like a bunch of like here you can see there's a non-hollow Mew promotional card given the Wizards of the Black Coast. This is back when WotC was still in charge of the organized play program. You can see there's a ton of promos that were given out at just regular cadences, so probably like a monthly situation or like a quarterly situation that they were kind of handed out. A lot of popular cards here. The Team Rocket's Meowth, some of the harder to get cards. Basically, yeah, this is what used to happen. And there used to be something, badges. The badges was a really cool thing because it's an homage to the games. The first time the card game, is in the States. First time that the video game had made it to the States in 1999. The badges itself were a very cool little homage to what was the game. So you had a little badge book you have to collect. If you were a kid, this was probably like heaven to you that enjoyed Pokemon. And then year two, the Johto cycle began. So 2001 is kind of where Wizards was still in charge. So we did the same thing with each badge. There was a promo with baby Pokemon here. Baby Pokemon, a couple of newer Pokemon that are introduced to the circuit: Smeargle, Pichu, Hitmontop, Mischievous. All these promo cards that, again, very good to collect. Another set of badge cycles. And there was individual leagues that had a point system. And it wasn't like, I guess, play points back then. It was just points given on how your like league operated. So if you went to your league and maybe like you won 3 games that day, they gave you like 60 points, something like that. And then that would just translate into like badges. I vividly remember going to my leagues and just like playing games and telling them that we would just go stamp our book afterwards. I'll get to that point in my year because this is still way before my time. This is when year 3, more WotC cards were given out, and this time holofoil energies took place of the badge books and Pokemon licenses. So there was cards like Rainbow Energy being printed with stamp on them, cards like the Lightning, Fire, whatever. Like each season was now a energy type, and then there's more Wizards of the Coast promos like Pokemon Tower, Machamp. Basically just like each relating to each season, just a Pokemon that was picked out arbitrarily to kind of help them out. Then year 4, we had basically the last Wizards year. So Wizards then terminated their contract with Pokemon, and now we have Nintendo and Creatures. So Wizards had a couple more promo cards, and we had jumbo cards and winner cards, and we had like a Battle Zone promotion, basically, with reprints of like some of the best cards in the game. Rocket Sneasel, Rocket Scizor, completely banned card, by the way, stuff like that. So these promos were in that cycle. And then we came to the first Nintendo era. So then we started to see stamped reverse foil cards, winner stamp cards, jumbo cards. We see here that it's the Hoenn cycle. So it's a lot of Hoenn Pokemon making their debut with energies as well. Like we see the 3 Hoenn starters. Then we go into the Mudkips, the Marshtomp, the Metal Energies, the Multi-Energies, some iconic berries, some of the Flygon, Salamitzes, whatever, these are all the promos that went through each month and each season. And there was winner stamps as well. Unclear really how to earn them. And there was badges once again brought back. So the badge books and the badges were something really cool for the younger generation. Even, I don't know, it's just like a cool Fnatic thing, right? Like just like you had to keep your badge book, you had to earn them as you went. There was the Cosmofoil hatchback stamp, and then we went here. The Sevi Island cycle was 2004 to 5. So like Fire Red, Leaf Green at this point, and there was just badges. I don't think there's any promos here in these next couple years, which is a little bit of a disappointment, because then from 04 to 05, 06 was Battle Frontier. So we had the Battle Frontier symbols, no promos once again. Kanto had 06, 07, had the Gen 1 badges, no promos here again. And then we had promos coming back in the 07, 08 cycle with a bunch of energies across the board. Once again, the energy cycle was brought back in 08, 09. Just the easiest way for Pokemon to do it because the season is about 8 to 9 months. So you're able to just kind of spit out energy types and call it a day. And then came the year of the best promos known to man. In 2009, 2010, Pokemon decided to start doing league promos exclusive to leagues. And these cards were foil play Pokemon like Hatch style promo holos. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And they printed some of the best cards known to man. They printed Uxie, which was one of the most playable, most broken cards in the competitive trading card game at the time. They printed cards like Dialga G. They printed cards like Claydol and Great Encounters. Like all of these cards that they printed, the secondary card, the first cards were just out of there to hang out, not gonna lie. But the second card they printed every time were incredibly competitive cards that basically saved players a lot of money. This was a huge thing for them to do. This was the equivalent of them doing prize packs. And this was back when I started. So when I would go to my local league, I would just show up, play a game, and I would get my book stamped. And I think every time I hit like 7 games or something, I want to say it was 7 games, I would get 1 set of promos, and you were allowed 4 sets of promos based on your league book. And there was a bunch of DS skins for VGC as well. And then in 2010, 2011, they continued this with the Heart Gold Soul Silver cycle, with Spirit Tomb, Expert Belt, Azelf, Special Metal, Special Dark, BTS, DCE. Like some of these are like the most iconic cards. Let me see if there's it was this art in Hatch. It was just such a pretty card. This Spirit Tomb was incredibly playable. The Azelf was in every deck in this time period. Broken Time Space was one of the most, again, broken cards. And they also had these like little patches to sew on to your like little jackets or whatever. I don't know what I think they're upstairs in a binder somewhere or like a tin still. I have them somewhere, which is really cool for me. But it's just one of those things where like this was such a unique thing they did, and it was such an easy thing to do. And then Unova came around, and we once again did promo cards each season, but these were not nearly playable. It's just like energies that were stamped, which still people do like energies, right? It's one of those things that is huge. And then we had the Unova gym cycle down the line. We had toxic badges, whatever. Online, and this is when online codes started being given out, because I think this was right when PTCG O came out. So there's a bunch of codes for playing, you know, trying your new deck out on PTCGO. They were really pushing this at local leagues. They were really pushing this a ton. Only one code could be obtained, yada yada. And then we went into 2013-14, the promo cards came back with Skyla and Bianca. Some of these, once again, they're just bringing back playables in full force. And this is when they started having League Challenge promos for the first time. This is something that I really wish they will bring back, because I think this heavily incentivizes players to go to their challenges, go to their cups, even if they aren't chasing their championship points, because it adds something fun for them to get. So back that season, there was like Scyther, Delibird, Dino, whatever. So each like 3 months, maybe the League Challenge promo is a Pokemon from that set, that block, whatever. It just has a first, second, third, fourth place stamp. I just feel like it's so easy to like make these and send them out. It doesn't even have to be like a competitively viable card. Voice crack, wow. It doesn't even have to be a competitively viable card. Like for example, in Surging Sparks, you could pick like, I don't know, like Hawn Edge or something that's in the set as your baby, and then go to like the next season where it's like, let's just say with Journeys Together, you pick like, I don't know, like Cynthia's Roselia or something. Just something that's like not playable or like not even like going to see play. You can just put there, because a lot of players, I don't know, I still have my like League Challenge cards that are like first, second, third, fourth. Like I have like those Raichus, I have those Greninjas just sitting around, and it's just like a really cool thing to look at, because like I earned those, you know, like I went to those challenges, I got those placements. Like I have a Pumpkaboo that says like first place on it. Yeah, ton of stuff here. Keychains were also given out, and then once again they were pushing the online codes very heavily. Definitely the agenda that they were trying to get going. Like this season, obviously it's a broken one with Reshiram, and the second one's Zekrom, and the other one's like pale in comparison. And then we once again had promo cards brought back. These are kind of playable cards across the board, and then we see that online codes again were given out. I remember going vividly and getting a bunch of these promos as well. The Hatch promos was quite cool back in the day, and the badges. And then we did promo cards once again. And then there were still League Challenge winner cards and stuff during these time periods as well. As I'm looking through them, But yeah, there was 2018, 2019, or like 2017 through 2019 was like the peak of like promos being given out and online codes being given out, because you would get like all these like 4-ofs by just showing up and playing. A lot of them weren't super playable, but then you randomly would have like this Guzzlord that's now really, really good in GLC. You have B Strings, Steven's Resolve, Jump Pluff that was playable, Lost Blender, Naganadel, Blower, Enhanced Hammer, Max Potion, all very, very playable cards. Rescue Stretcher, like this was a really cool little block where they did this. And then in 2020, we had like, they were going on the right trend with really powerful, usable cards like Electro Power, Treasure, Netball, Acrobike, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, it just stopped. So they just kind of stopped them during COVID, and they brought them back in the form of prize packs. And I remember there was also something called Play Point Rewards. Back in the day, there was something called Player Rewards, which is also something where here, like if you pull this up, you can see that there are player rewards here on this page. Like you can see, these are the kind of holos that they would kind of send out in the mail at the end of each season based on your Play Point Reward tier. So it's like a ranking. So there was like a tier of like, where are you in the rankings? If you're like top 100, you got like a set of energy. If you're top like 250, you got like 2 sets of energy, stuff like that, or like, sorry, 1 set versus 2 sets. You know what I'm talking about. And there was competitive promos that were mailed to each individual person. And so you can see here some of the hatch foils, like the Roseanne's research that we talked about, and a lot of them were like mailed out to players. I remember a lot of the stamped cards were mailed out to players. Pokemon Communications, rare candies were sent to the Play Pokemon reward system. A lot of things were mailed out. You can see here the Play Pokemon system was revamped back then, and you can see very vividly all players with at least 5 play points will receive a promotional pack of energy cards. Now, in today's day and age, that is a lot of players that will have 5 play points. So maybe it's a couple of championship points. But still, imagine you just played a couple tournaments throughout the season and you get a pack of promotional energy cards from Pokemon. A nice little gesture. 15 play points will receive 3 great promo cards. And the great promo cards were stuff like this: Candy, Communication, Plus Power. Incredibly playable cards in our system. It would be like getting Night Stretcher, like Counter Catcher, something like that in our mail today. And you get 4 copies each. So it's not like if you're struggling. And the top 100 on top of that. So on top of that, we'll get sleeves, exclusive sleeves, and 2 copies of a highly sought after card. I think this was when they did like Hypnotoxic Laser and stuff like that. And every year they did a Player of the Year award where someone would get Pokemon product for a full year with 2 boxes every set. That was really, really cool. I remember as a kid, I really wanted to be the guy that did this, but obviously it was very difficult being a child and like not having money. But anyway, any of this could be the Ace Trainer Rewards. I think it'll be emulated something like this with the Play Rewards page, which is not going to be found obviously in this day and age. But you guys should check it out. Hopefully, let me know in the comments what you think will be the Ace Trainer Rewards, what you think they should be, what would you like them to do. Really excited to see what it comes of it. I hope this is good for the community, and I hope it will be. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and see ya.